I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Chargers stroll away with a 14-point win. The Buccaneers won this contest, but will stay at the fourth place in the NFC South. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Steelers win their fourth game of the year. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Alan Ricard sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. Tests at the stadium revealed a broken kneecap, so he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Keith Brooking will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. He's suffering from a stress fracture in his foot, and he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Chad Johnson will be on the sidelines for a while, and that is not good news for his club. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Terrell Owens stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. T.J. Duckett rushed for 2 touchdowns and helped his Falcons beat the Giants. Titans, Jaguars. Darrell Hill is in his own territory, but he's got a lot of room to run. We know about his speed. There's a couple of moves. Oh, boy! The defense overlooked him. He could go all the way. 76-yard touchdown. The Titans win this one by the final score of 24-20. Deep in Cajun country in New Orleans, we had the Saints narrowly coming out on top by 5. Up in Seattle Stadium, we had the Seahawks squeeze out a 4-point victory. The Vikings lost at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Jaguars. The Chiefs' defense got to the quarterback 4 times in their win at Arrowhead Stadium. The Bears won this contest but will stay at the first place in the NFC North. Rams, Bills. Travis Henry is at the 25-yard line, and boy, his line's been doing a good job for him today. And here they go again. Bounces outside, makes the move himself at the 25. Touchdown! The Bills go on to win this by the final score of 20-16. Chris Mangum Force had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Number 13 threw for a ton of touchdowns and helped his Ravens beat the Cowboys. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Oronde Gadsden will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 3 years, $1.8 million.
Down in the Lone Star State in Houston, we had the Texans fall by 10 points. And last but not least, we had the Browns come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.